Hello dear students, I hope you have revised the syllabus which were given to you for the last 10 to 15 days. So students, first of all, let's discuss the syllabus. So in our Hornbill book, you can see that we have done 5 chapters along with their poems. First is the portrait of a lady and the poem is a photograph. Second is we are not afraid to die if we can all be together. Chapter 3, discovering Tut, the saga continuous, and the poem is the laburnum top. Chapter 4 is landscape of the soul and the poem is the voice of the rain. We have not done this poem. Today we will discuss this poem, the voice of the rain. And chapter 5th is the ailing planet, the green movement's role. So students, till now we have completed all these 5 chapters. One poem is left, the voice of the rain. We will do it now. And apart from this, according to new revised syllabus, now we have to do chapter 6, the Browning version, and the poem Childhood. Chapter 7, the adventure is deleted. Chapter 8, Silk Road, we have to do, and the poem Father to Son is deleted. It means after doing the voice of the rain are 2 chapters, the Browning version and Silk Road, and 1 poem Childhood is left. So students, now let's start our poem, The Voice of the Rain. The Voice of the Rain is written by Walt Whitman, who was an American poet. And this poem is in a dialogue form. The poet is asking a question to rain and rain is giving answer. So in which sense rain is giving answer? How can this be possible? Because rain is personified here. So literary device which is used throughout the poem, first is personification, as the rain is giving answers to the question of poet. The theme of the poem is that the rain is describing itself, how it takes birth and how it ultimately ends on the earth. So let's start reading the poem. And who art thou? The poet is asking a question to rain and asking, who art thou? Who are you? Thou means you. Said I here is poet, to the soft falling shower. Soft falling shower is here rain. Why the rain is described as soft falling shower? Because rain falls gently in form of shower. Showers होती हैं बौछारों की फॉर्म में, बड़े आराम से धरती पे आती है. That's why rain is described as soft falling shower. Which strains to tell gave me an answer? The poet is very much surprised because rain is giving here an answer. And why the rain? In which sense the rain is giving an answer? Because rain is personified in the poem. So first literary device is personification of rain. As here translated, the poet is translated what the rain has told to the poet and how the rain is describing itself. First of all, rain says, I am the poem of earth. The literary device is again here is metaphor, because rain is saying that she is the poem of earth. Why the rain is describing itself like this? Just as listening to the music poem here means you can say song. Just as listening to a poem or music, it gives pleasure to the human heart. In the same manner, coming of the rain on the earth gives pleasure to everyone, said the voice of rain. Again, now here speaker is rain. Eternal, I rise impalpable out of the land and the bottomless sea. Rain is describing its birth, origin. कैसे उसका जन्म होता है? eternal. I rise, उठना. Impalpable. Impalpable means something that cannot be touched, because rain rises in the form of water vapors, and we can't touch the water vapors out of the land and the bottomless sea. The origin of the rain is the water resources which are present on the land or bottomless sea. जो evaporation का जो प्रोसेस होता है वो लैंड के ऊपर जो वाटर रिसोर्सेज हैं और जो बॉटमलेस सी को बॉटमलेस कहा जाता है, तो वहां से इवेपोरेशन होता है, तो वहां से उसका बर्थ है. अपवर्ड टू हेवन एंड देन रेन गोज टू हेवन इन द स्काई. वेंस मीन्स वेयर. वेगली फॉर्म्ड. वेगली मतलब अनक्लियरली, बिकॉज नो बडी कैन सी चेंजिंग वाटर वेपर्स इन द क्लाउड. ऑल टुगेदर चेंज्ड. द शेप ऑफ द रेन इज चेंज्ड. कैसे चेंज हो जाती है? पहले वो वाटर वेपर्स थे और अब वो क्लाउड बन गई. एंड येट द सेम. इन स्पाइट ऑफ चेंजिंग द शेप, द मेन एसेंस ऑफ वाटर रिमेन्स सेम इन द रेन. वाटर इवेपोरेशन में भी वाटर है, क्लाउड्स में भी वाटर है. शक्ल चेंज हो गई है लेकिन जो मेन एसेंस है वो सेम है. उसके बाद तीसरा प्रोसीजर क्या है? पहले इवेपोरेशन, फिर क्लाउड की फॉर्मेशन, एंड देन आई डिसेंड टू लेव द ड्राउट्स. डिसेंड नीचे आना. अब वो बारिश बन गई है. लेव का मतलब होता है वॉश. ड्राउट्स का मतलब जहां सूखा पड़ा हुआ है. एटॉमिस स्मॉल पार्टिकल्स हैं, डस्ट लेयर्स हैं. ऑफ द ग्लोब मीन्स अर्थ के जो स्मॉल पार्टिकल्स हैं उनको वॉश करती है, हटा देती है. एंड ऑल दैट इन देम विदाउट मी वर सीड्स ओनली, लेटेंट, अनबोर्न. These are the function of the rain. And without all that in them, without me, were seeds. So rain is also the source of vegetation, plants, and all the greenery which is present on the earth. अब जो seeds हैं वो without rain they were latent. Latent मतलब होता है hidden. वो अर्थ में ही छुपे रहेंगे. Unsprout होंगे, unborn, and forever. And forever, always, by day and night, every time. I give back life to my own origin. Give back life, अपने ही ओरिजिन को लाइफ में प्रोवाइड करती हूँ. अब व्हाट इज द ओरिजिन ऑफ द रेन? अर्थ. और अर्थ को ही कैसे लाइफ प्रोवाइड करती है? बाय गिविंग ग्रीनरी, वेजिटेशंस, प्लांट्स, फ्रूट्स, एवरीथिंग. लाइफ ऑन द अर्थ इज पॉसिबल बिकॉज ऑफ द रेन. एंड मेक प्योर एंड ब्यूटिफाई इट. और इसको क्या है? अर्थ. और अर्थ क्या है? रेन का ओरिजिन है. एंड आई मेक pure and beautiful it means earth. Again the rain is comparing itself to the song. For song issuing from its birthplace. जैसे एक सॉन्ग कोई भी गाना गाता है तो उसके हार्ट से सॉन्ग निकलता है. आफ्टर फुलफिलमेंट अपनी सभी डिजायर्स को पूरा करके, वंडरिंग हेयर एंड देयर, घूमना, रेक्ट एंड अनरेक्ट. सम नोटिस्ड इज, रेक्ट मतलब नोटिस, ध्यान देना, अनरेक्ट सम do not notice is duly with love returns and again comes back to its origin place. Thank you.